Greetings, everyone. Reasoning on a higher level. I'm back. And the topic I wanted to talk about today is how we as parents get along with our adult children, expectations of them from us, and us from them. We know recently videos have been circulating, I think maybe for the last 2 weeks, concerning Finesse 2 Tyme'S and his mother. I'm not 100% sure who started the videos of the mom needing support. Not sure if it was her or her son bashing her. I'm not sure which way it went, but according to what I'm understanding, his mom came out and was a little disappointed, and her son was a famous artist, Finesse 2 Tyme'S. So I did see several videos of Mama Finesse stating some disappointment in her son not giving her support financially. Although she has made some videos after that to say it's not about financially, it did seem to start off of her needing some financial support to save her home. And I'm not sure of his, let's say, financial status as far as what he has and doesn't have, because I'm not his banker. I'm not sure, what his money looks like, how he spends his money, who he chooses to spend it on. Because honestly, it's his prerogative as an adult to how he obtains his money and how he chooses to spend his money. We can't control that narrative, no matter what we think as outsiders. He is a person who clearly is making money off of his own talents. And we cannot control the narrative of how he should spend his earned money. Now, with his mom coming out and stating that she has had some setbacks and felt her son should step up to the plate and assist her. She's also made some statements that the monies that he earns, he throws away with other friends, maybe other artists, his lady friends. She's made several allegations of how he misspends his money and feels that that money that he's been misspending, or as she would state, misspending, he should have been assisting her, or could have been assisting her. This is her feelings as a mom. Is she wrong? Let's reason on it. Is she right? Let's reason on a higher level. And again, as I've stated in my short time of making videos, I need you to help me to get a better understanding of how we together can maybe assist with solutions on this family reasoning on a higher level. Why? Because I think it's important as parents and children, we both know our boundaries. We don't overstep our boundaries with our minor kids or our adult kids. It's a learning process. It's something that we as parents make the ultimate mistakes with. Feeling like our children owe us. Do they? Do they have a right to look at us and say, the way you reared me, I don't owe you nothing? Whether it was good or bad. You might have done all you think as a parent, as a mother, that your children have nothing to say wrong about you. We as parents have to be honest with ourselves. For one, they didn't ask to be born. We brought them into this world. And I am speaking to you as a mother. I have children. I have grandchildren. Have I made mistakes along the way? Absolutely. Could I have done things different? Absolutely. Am I going to take to social media to tell my children, you owe me? Just because they're successful and maybe I'm not? I don't think that's wise. Am I going to involve the rest of the family, grandchildren, and say what my children are doing and not doing even for their grands? I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't suggest any mother or father taking to social media to vent about their children owing them. And I'm just trying to reason on a higher level. Because children don't owe us anything. It has to be their want to give us. And then you have to be honest with yourself and say, do I warrant free money? It's one thing to reach out to your children and say, hey, hold me down until I get X, Y, and Z, and when you're going to get X, Y, and Z. For you to say, as parents, you owe me. I ain't never seen 5, 10, 20, 15,000, Ray, but then you're throwing away thousands of your money to others who really don't deserve it. I do, as a mother. Give it to me. I'm about to lose my home. I understand to a certain degree how you feel. You may be in a crunch as far as your debts. But according to your debts, is that something your son caused you to be in? Is he the reason why your rent is in the rears? Is he the reason why anything that's not happening inside your home concerning you may not be going in your favor? And is he responsible to give to you based on you feeling he owes you as a child? And because he is throwing away his own funds, that it should be given to you. I just want everyone to help me out with this one, because this is tough. I hear mama. I hear the son. Finesse 2 times. I hear the other family members speaking out on the type of mom she was. On both sides. But Mom, I want to say this to you. And you know, you don't have to agree or disagree with me. And I'm just speaking to you as a mom and as a grandma. Yes, I'm a mother and a grandmother. Our children, you know, they don't ask to be brought into this world. And I know as a mom, I made so many mistakes that I wish that I could correct, but I can't. The reality is I have to live whatever choices I made when I reared my children. Now, if any of my children become millionaires, because my children are doing very well for themselves in the professions that they choose and in the lifestyles that they choose. Because I'm not here to dictate what they should be and what they shouldn't be. They are the designers of their own journey. All I can do is to be there to support them. I'm not sure what you were in supporting your son to be where he is now, but it seems to be that he has succeeded to the point where he has done quite well for himself financially. Is his finances at this time keeping him afloat? I'm not sure. He seems to be doing pretty well for himself is what I'm understanding. And you feel entitled to some of that wealth, is what it looks like. And again, I know from the start of you making a video, it seems that you are very, very angry, heartbroken, and in expectations for your son to do more, the disappointment in that, and then the lashing out of you never gonna ever ask him for anything, never ever asked him for anything. And if something is to happen to you, for him not to look back. And so many other things you have chosen to say, from adding in your grandchildren and how they feel, your other children, how they feel, what your neighbors know, what other people know, and the list goes on. I don't think it's wise. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it's wise how you went about it. And I know that you may say, who does she think she is? I'm just reasoning on a higher level. As an outsider looking in, as I heard and saw your videos, a lot of the bloggers' videos, a lot of things being said through you and family. You have to understand, once you come out on social media venting, people like myself and others will have their set opinion. And I know, Mama, you said you don't care what other people think. Now, what I'm understanding through this venting and ranting that you had started almost 2 weeks ago, that you have been blessed with GoFundMe and a new home. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but it does seem like through all of this, you were blessed. And that's wonderful, because, Mama, there's so many other mamas out there going through the same thing, who have children who are wealthy, who are rich, or who may be doing better than the mother or the father. It doesn't mean because our children are doing better than us that they have to give to us. That, to me, does not call for a social media rant. What it may call for is a phone call privately done to you, directly to your son. And I'm not saying you didn't, because I don't know. But let's say you did. Let's say that you did already call your son, reached out to him and said, hey, Finesse, I need your assistance. I'm about to lose my home. I have no food. I'm behind in my bills. There's so much going on with me right now. I need your support. And he turned his back on you and refused to assist you. My suggestion would have been, I tried. He doesn't want to support me. And that is that, Mama. That is that. Accept that. If you reached out to him. Now, with that said, if you did reach out to him and he responded and said no way, if you did reach out to him and he chose to ignore you, then that would be for you to dig deeper and try to really understand, why would it be your son refusing to assist you if you guys have a great relationship? I just want us to reason, Mom, on a higher level. If you and your son have a positive relationship, there's nothing that he can say bad about you as a mom. You've always been supportive. He has no reason to have no flaws or issues with you. He has no reason to have gripes. And you reached out to him for assistance and he turned his back. The next question would be, Mama, why? Why? Why would he be that way? Now, is this Finesse 2 times a demonic person, a mean-spirited person, an uncaring person? I don't know. You're saying he gives to everybody else. And we do know that there are a lot of artists out there who make millions. And they do so much for others, and we may be looking on the outside saying, wow, that's a lot of money being thrown away. Again, Mama, it's his money. He's earning it. If he chooses to say, I'm hooking up my boys, I'm hooking up the girls I'm with, I'm hooking up the church down the block, I'm going to give to everybody else except for my mama. If you decide to go to social media and vent and rage and carry on about your son not giving to you and giving to everybody else, it's not going to change the narrative. It's only going to make him rebuttal and respond, because now you're putting his name and flashing lights as to be a deadbeat son who does not support his mother financially when she gets her own self in a pickle as an adult. It doesn't look good. The next concern is how the community has taken what you stated about your son. Others who may not like him, you're giving them an opportunity to say, see, we got something against him. You would be surprised at what you throw out in the atmosphere, how others hear it and say, well, he this kind of person, we gonna get him. We gonna fix him. We gonna do him in based on him being unsupportive of his mother. We have to be very, very careful what we're throwing in the atmosphere on social media. I don't think it's wise for you to have gone to social media and continue to go through social media. You've got your blessing, is what I'm understanding. You got some funds, you have a comfortable place to live in, and all because you've chosen to go through social media. So now, Mama, the next question is, although you're saying, don't look at me, don't look back at me if I die, don't do nothing, your grandkids don't like you, your kids don't like you, this and that, and Ray, your kids, your grandkids do like you, and your grandkids don't like the daddy, and this family member don't like the daddy, and other family members coming out supporting Finesse, and it's just one big saga, and the internet is involved, and you got people helping you, and you got people against you. Where is it going? Because although you may be on social media smiling now, living comfortably off of your rants and rages concerning your son's do's and don'ts, does this financial blessing make you really, really, really happy? Is this the problem solved to whatever transpired between you and your son? Is this going to fix things between you and your son? As well as the other family members. Because people are still going to be looking at you as a mom, that you had to go through all of this to get a blessing. Free money that you don't have to pay back. Possibly that home that someone, or car that someone allegedly bought you. I don't know if that's true or not. But if so, that's wonderful. The bigger question is, where does that leave you and your family? and your son. I think that you guys need to reason on a higher level. Figure this all out. Because one day, Mama, no matter what you feel you've done for your children coming up, your children do have their own visions of how they look at you as a parent. From the beginning stages to the end. Whatever you did or didn't do, they remember. Their memory is not your memory. Their expectations of you as a minor may not be how you visioned it. So now with that said, he's an adult. Your expectations of your son is your expectations. It's just simply, it's not his. And for whatever reason that is, Mama, you have to accept it. And I know you don't want to. And I understand that. We as parents have to reason on a high level. Did you do something that warrants your children to feel a certain way about you? Your parenting? Your styles of parenting? Do they find fault in it and us as the way we reared them valid? We can sit down and say we did everything that we could have did as parents. Did we really? Did you really? You may have done all you could at that time of what you could do. And then you can look back and say what you could have done may be different. Did you put yourself first? Did you put yourself last? Only you know that. We don't. The majority of us as young parents did. We put ourselves first. We didn't think about how our children felt about it. We just birthed them and had all these expectations and demands of them. You have to reason on a higher level. Because any debt that you get yourself in is your debt. Our children are not obligated to do anything for us. If they choose to, that's wonderful. Our children are not entitled to give us free money just because they have it in their bank. It has to be their desire. And we can't get up on social media, we should, and say, I'm going to take to social media to air you out so people can know who you are. Now we all know who both of you are, who the family is, who everybody is. Based on you deciding to bring this to the world to see. We didn't ask for it. So please don't be disappointed on the feedback that you get. Although you're ranting, and I hear you and I understand, you're angry, know that people will respond. And maybe, just maybe, it sounds a little like you're set in your ways and you're not willing to hear anything anyone else has to say because you feel that you're right. Well, maybe that's part of the problem, Mama. is that you're not hearing the people you need to hear. Screw the rest of us, because as you said, we don't know. We're only going based off of what you and your family and your children are saying. We're reading. As you're going on social media, those people who are family, friends, grands, children, neighbors, people out there in TV land, social media land, wherever. We're hearing their responses to what you're saying. My suggestion, reasoning on a higher level, and again, I'm asking viewers to please put in your comments of what you think would be best to help this family heal. They're not asking, but I'm bringing this to the table because the videos keep coming. It's looking ugly. I see threats even being made towards Finesse 2 times. I think it's horrible. Because although you have a house and a home and a car and all those things and maybe a GoFundMe that gave you free money that you don't have to pay back, this is turning real ugly. And you have people making threats against your son who you say you don't care what happens to, and yada, yada, yada. That's still your son. You guys are going to need to look back at this 5 or 10 or 15, 20 years. The grands are going to be looking at it. Outsiders are going to be looking at it. And I'm just wondering, health-wise, when it comes that you get older and you really need your children, where are they going to be? And supporting you. Because you look like you're probably in your 50s. Early 50s, beautiful woman, beautiful children, nice looking children. They look just like you. He looks just like you. Not that that means anything, but he looks like you. We know that your mom and he's your son. What are you really doing? Where is this going? What's the outcome of all this? Is this putting you in a better light with your son now that you've gotten everything you've wanted? I know you mentioned about no one helped you. He didn't help you. You were trying to start a candle business and your expectations again of the financial support. You should have received the help. Maybe social media help, maybe media help. Something you felt that he could have done to help you in your dreams and your goals. You got to help yourself, mama. We all have goals. But we got to help ourselves. We can't sit down and say what somebody else should be doing for us. And when they decide not to, we're going to take to social media to damage them. Our children. I just don't think it's wise. That's just my intake. So again, I'm not going to make this a long drawn out video. I'm just reasoning on a higher level. I'm asking others their opinion to this matter. Let's reason this out, because I would love to see Finesse 2 times and other family members work this out. This is not about what someone can do anymore, because mama has already received support, according to what I see. And it doesn't even look like she has to pay it back. So that is a blessing upon blessing upon blessing. Hopefully, mama, you'll take that blessing and bless somebody else. Because there's a lot of people out there that's going through it and are not getting that support they received or would like. I shouldn't say they received the report, they didn't. The support that they didn't receive from anyone. You got a blessing. So maybe you, as you feel, should have gotten, and now you got it. Are you going to take some of those fundings that you got to maybe help someone else? Because what I'm understanding is you got a home, you got a car, and you got a big GoFundMe. So now what are you going to do to assist someone else who may be in the same boat, or who may be in the same boat as you were? I want you to think about that. Are you just taking all that money and saying to yourself, oh, it's all about me now. Now I've got what I wanted. Now I'm going to walk around with a big head. Are you going to say, how can I support somebody else's dreams? Or help somebody else out of a debt? Or pay somebody else's a bill who may be getting ready to be kicked out? What blessing are you going to give to someone else who may need a blessing? Reach out to someone who can mediate. Let me get my words together, because I ain't no famous blogger and I don't have no high rating, and I'm just asking others to tune in. If you like my video, share, like, subscribe, because I'm fairly new at this, but I'm giving it a go. And I'm only going to entertain things that I feel I want to talk about, where we can look, reason, and make a difference. Because again, I would love to see Finesse and his mom hug it out. Maybe go out and have dinner. Come back to social media and say, hey, we could have did things a little bit different, but we gonna get past this. That's what I would like to see, Mama. Stop the talking. Stop the social media venting. You got what you needed. Now that you built a platform, do it to do something productive. Give back. The bashing of your son, adding other family members into the equation, let it go. You got what you needed. Now let's see what else you can do to support others. You got your platform. Beautiful sister. Do something positive. Help someone else with the free money that you earned by venting. I mean, it is what it is. Had you not came to social media, no one would know, right? So your rage and venting of what it is that you went through and felt that you needed and deserved got you a bag. Now what? Take your blessings and do something rewarding. With that said, I'm going to end this video. All the best. Please don't take offense. Please don't get up here and say, okay, who she thinks she is. I'm just someone listening to 2 weeks of this situation. And I'm hoping that all the threats that I hear people doing towards Finesse, and all the bashing between mother and son and mother, and other family members ends. So this doesn't stretch out to something where somebody is going to later regret it. All the best, Finesse, 2 times to you and your mom. Reasoning on a higher level. Like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Do I have a point? Do they have a point? And what is your viewpoint? Thank you so much for tuning in. Reasoning on a higher level. Support. Like, share, subscribe. Again, I'm new at this, and I love to hear your thoughts. Share this out. Blessings, everyone, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.